Testing, testing. I think we are good. Yep. All right. All right, folks. Good afternoon from Nashville, Tennessee. The Music City Invitational, Game 3 for Method White. Today they take on the Junior Bruins from Boston, Massachusetts. The Junior Bruins come into the game, 3 games into the tournament. They're 3 and 0. One of those wins in overtime, 8 points total. Your Method White comes in 2 games into the tournament at 2 and 0, 6 points. These are the 4th and 5th team in the standings as of right now. We're testing out a few things here. As the players warm up. So give us a few minutes here and should be good to go. All right, we got the scoreboard on the bottom. Things are looking up here. Try to run the scoreboard this time as we call the game. Keep you updated. There won't be a clock. That's a little too much for the producer and the voice for Team White games. All right, let's get this going. Late arriving sticks for Evans today. Limited in the warm-up, but it looks like he'll get the start at left wing. The starting lineup brought to you by MethodHockey.com. In net for Method, it's Ryan Schwartz. The defense, number 18, Colin McCormick. And number 34, Rylan Ofteride. Your left wing, number 43, Cameron Evans. The right wing, number 22, Rocco Albanese. And at center, number 42, Bo Christini. The Bruins will be in black today, with the big Bruin B on the chest and some gold striping on both the jerseys and the socks. Black pants and black lids with the Bruin across the top. Team Method in white. White jerseys with the Method Hockey logo on the front. MethodHockey.com on the back. And the white Method socks. The referees are present for the game. Let me see if replay is available. It is. Replay's working. Scoreboard's working. Wi-Fi's working. It can't all go right. Maybe it will. Only the best for you folks here from Cinnamon Swirl Television. The referee does some calisthenics at center. A couple toe touches. A downward facing dog. And we're ready to drop the puck. Face-off won by Christini, brought into the zone by Evans. Evans, contact on the side, gets it into the corner, looks for Albanese behind the net, finds him. Albanese centers one off of a stick in front, and it's kept out. Turning shot by Christini, gobbled up by the Boston goaltender. And some early pressure from Team Method. Christini on the draw again. Puck won this time by Boston. Christini gives chase behind the net. Followed up by Albanese. Good pressure here from Method. Boston able to run the breakout and get it out to center. Now they're up the right wing side. That play cut off by Christini, gathered in by McCormick. He'll pop it past a Boston forward. It'll come free to Albanese. Albanese finds Evans. Evans finds Christini, and they're in 2-on-2. Around one goes Christini. Looking, shooting, and scoring up over the glove hand side. That'll be a snipe early in this one. 14-11 to play. And Team Method has a 1-0 advantage. A snipe off the stick of 42. Christini. That'll be 42 Christini from 43 Evans and 22 Albanese. Face-off popped into the Method end by Boston. Puck in the corner. Corners can be difficult for me to see, not too bad for you to see. The puck brought through center, this time by number 10, Filiaggi. He's cut off just inside the Boston blue line, but he will continue the battle. Popping free to Real. Real drives the middle, has Kala with him. Both guys overskate the puck, and it's popped out to center. Back through center comes the Bruins. The Bruins up the right side. Shooting one in on Schwartz as he puts it into a corner. Gathered in by Starr. Starr able to find Filiaggi. Filiaggi looking for Real. 3 Bruins in the way. Able to pick off that stretch play, and now Filiaggi will gather it in again. This time he does find Real. Real pops it into the offensive zone. Onsides is the play. Throws it in behind for Kala. Kala picks it up other side of the net. Shoots one off the chest of the netminder. Gathered in, skated up by the Bruins, and they'll clear their zone. They need to shut their door. as they guess they complete a line change. The door is dangerously open there. Stretch pass doesn't connect, and it'll be icing on Method. Faceoff will come to the right of the Method goalie Schwartz. It'll be Spang on the draw. He's got Schulberger and Lynn. Looks like Thompson and Johnson, the defense pair. Spinning out of pressure's a Bruin defenseman. Chips it up to the blue line. Just out over. Gathered by Spang. Work back to Thompson. Thompson back to Schulberger. Schulberger was covering for Johnson there. He flips it cross ice looking for Spang. Not enough on that, and back come the Bruins. Into the Method zone. That's picked up by Schulberger and sent back out. Spang with the pressure and a dump in by the Bruins. Right wing corner. Gathered by Johnson, carried behind the net. He'll reverse with Thompson. Thompson will pick it up with a little bit of room. He goes off the boards hard looking for Cristini. It'll ultimately come to the stick of Spang. Spang cross ice for Albanese. Albanese into the zone this time. Driving to the middle. Firing one, and he'll beat the goaltender 5-hole. Albanese through the wickets for a 2-0 Method advantage. That one should be Albanese. I want to say Spang with the dish and the change on that one. Springing the Method forward up the right-hand side for a twisted wrister between the wickets. And a 2-0 lead. Cristini wins the draw and possession of the puck. He drives to the left side. Looks in front for Albanese. Goes past him. Evans will pressure. Boston will toss it all the way down the ice. It's icing. And we'll head back to the Bruin zone. Face off to the left of the Bruin goaltender. 2-0 Method. 11:44 to play. Cristini to take the draw. Won by Boston. And breakout pass cut off by Cristini. Looks to gain possession. Battle on the half wall. Support from the Method forwards. Kept in at the blue line by McCormick. Second time's a charm for the Boston team to exit their own zone. And they're able to dump it into the Method end. Off the ride. Throws on the brakes. Banks it off the boards for Evans. Evans chips it to Cristini. Cristini up ice. He's got Albanese with him. And Evans. Cuts to the middle. Knocked down and off of his stick. It goes to the wall. Boston tries a stretch play. That's cut off by Yale. Yale tripped on the play. No call. As Boston will break out of their own end here. Still with the door open. This clown's got to shut the door. Ay, ay, ay. Pressure at the blue line. It'll be taken by Yale, wrapped around for Albanese. Albanese chips it off the boards, gets it to Cristini. Cristini, one-on-one fire, short side stopped. Evans with the pressure. He's able to keep it in the zone. Only briefly as back come the Bruins. In over the blue line. Poked off of the stick by, I believe that's Starr. It is. He gathers in the puck. Spins at center. A little cinnamon swirl action. Finds Filiaggi. He's knocked down. Back come the Bruins. It'll be Real picking it up at center. He looks for Filiaggi. Finds him. He's got Kala. He finds Kala back for Filiaggi. It's off the defenseman stick. Nice stick there. Nice stick work by the Bruin defenseman. As it trickles in on net, stopped and held. 9:52 to play. Real to take the draw to the left of the Bruin goalie. Face off one back to Thompson. Thompson looked for Johnson. It's picked off, but it knocked the stick out of the Bruin forward. Luckily for Method, or else he would have been gone. Johnson back to Thompson. Looks for Real. It's off his stick. Thompson will try again. Off the boards for Kala. Kicked back into the method zone. Thompson to Johnson. Oh, it'll skip past him to Filiaggi. He looks for Real. Off Real stick. And the Bruins will counterattack. Driving up the left wing side. Shot from outside. Put into the right corner. Johnson the first one there. He tips it for Filiaggi. Cut off by a Bruin forward. He'll wrap it around looking for the opposite point man. Kala gets there, but it's off the Bruin back to Thompson, and he'll flip it up for Filiaggi. Filiaggi curling on the half wall. Chips it back to Real. Real spinning. Back to the point man, McCormick. McCormick fires one high. It's off the netminder. Gathered in by Real behind the net. Off the wall to Ofterhide. Ofterhide. Back for Real. Looks for McCormick. He'll step into it. He finds his partner Ofterhide. His shot deflects out front high over the cage. Gathered by Real. It's all method right now. Shot from outside McCormick. It deflects off Filiaggi right to the stick of Kala. And that'll be 3-0. Shot from the point by McCormick. Tips off the stick of Filiaggi right to the stick of Johnny on the spot. Kala and the method team takes a 3-0 lead here in period 1. Face off won by Boston. Kicked up and just past the stick of Lynn. He'll gather it in a second time. Winding up at center. Driving the offensive zone. It's knocked off his stick, but right to Schulberger. Schulberger rims it around looking for Spang. Spang knocks it forward. He's able to find Lynn. Lynn back to the point man, Star. Star steps into it. Just cranks one, and it hits a defender out front. The shot through traffic almost got through. Schulberger now with it behind. And now Spang. Spang back for Schulberger. Schulberger back to Yale. Yale plays it up the half wall. Gathered in by Lynn. Now Yale. Yale drives the offensive zone. Curls up on the half wall. Spang there in support. He's able to get it. He looks for Lynn. It's cut off by a Boston defender. And the Bruins will exit their zone. Stretch pass off the stick of Yale. Bouncing puck. Cleared by Method. Tipped out of the zone by Lynn. Right to Spang. Spang tips it to Schulberger. He's yanked down. They will find this one. And they're going to get them both. Oh, they're going to get both of them. Yeah, both of them are going to go for tripping. Dual trips. And we'll stay 5-on-5 here. You don't usually see coincidental tripping. Roughing, but not tripping. It'll be the Christini line. Thompson and Johnson the defense. Christini on the faceoff. Won by the Bruins. Chipped off the boards, but right to Thompson. Thompson off his stick to Christini. Christini weaves through a couple of Bruins. Looks for Evans. It's just past him, and back come the Bruins. Johnson there in defense. Cuts in front. Evans on a back check. Able to get control for Method. He'll go off the boards to Albanese. Albanese circles back into his own end. Comes up through center. Finds Evans. Evans in onside. Evans crosses with Christini, and he is just hammered up high. That has to be a penalty. That has to be a game. He came in high and just elbowed him. Oof. No call on the play. Apparently we have our officials from the Tennessee Clown College here. Ay, ay, ay. It was a blindside hit in a non-checking division. It'll be Albany's on the draw. And back come the Bruins. 2-on-1. Christini on the back check. Picks up the puck. Winds behind his own net. Looks and finds Albanese up at center. It bounces off of his stick. Cleared past Lynn. It'll be Christini again. He finds Ofteride. Ofteride tips it in looking for Albanese. It's just past his reach. Back come the Bruins. McCormick with the puck now. Cycles through center. He's down at the blue line, but it's picked up by Albanese. Albanese carries behind. He'll wrap it around, fire one off the outside of the blocker side of the goaltender. Nice save there. Albanese back on the puck. Looks like Evans is up on the bench and okay. Boston with the puck at center. It'll be McCormick. He finds Christini. He's ridden to the ice. On comes McCormick. McCormick into the zone, right side. He's got Albanese and Lynn. In behind McCormick. Possessing, finding Starr at the point. He finds Christini with tons of space. Shoots low, deflects just wide of the cage by Albanese. And the Bruins come up ice. Up through center. Now they'll regroup in their own end. Played by the goaltender. Picked up by Lynn. Lynn throws one towards the net. He's got Albanese there. And he's unable to get the shot off. Nice defensive play. Carried in behind. Cleared around to the half wall. Brought on and into the zone left side. Shot in on Schwartz. He gloves and holds. 4:32 to play. It's 3-0 Method here in the first period. It'll be Real, Filiaggi, and Kala. Starr and Yale, the defense pair. Face-off won by Boston, but cut off by Kala. He chips it off the boards. He's got Filiaggi with him. But a nice play by the Bruin defenseman to get to the puck and put it back out to center. Starr with it now. He looks for Filiaggi. Carried up through center by the Bruins, but now gathered in by Yale. Yale to Starr. Off Starr's skate. And right to a Bruin forward. He drives the zone. Picked up by Yale. Yale rims it around for Filiaggi. He carries through center, looks and finds Kala. Kala into the zone. He's got Real driving the net. Bouncing puck stopped. Kicked out by the Bruin goalie, and back come the Bruins. Boston D-to-D looking to regroup in their own end. Pressure coming from Real. Boston able to clear it all the way up to the Method blue line. Nice play there by Johnson. Fresh on the ice. The Method defenseman. Yale in behind the net. He'll gather it in and look to exit the Method zone on a breakout. Pressure coming from two Bruins, though, and it's turned over. Side of the net. Back to the point. Pressure to point by Kala, and it'll be Real. Real and Filiaggi 2-on-1. Driving up the right. Around one. Looking backside. Off a stick and in on net, and it's stopped and held. Another nice defensive play on a 2-on-1 there. So it'll be Spang, Lynn, and Schulberger out. Johnson and Thompson on defense. Picked up by Schulberger. Cleared around behind for Lynn. Now Spang, but picked up and brought through center by Boston. Up the left wing side into the corner. Centering pass gathered by Johnson and ultimately covered by Schwartz. There's a battle in front of the net. This is the stuff that happens when you don't call body checks. Games get chippy. They'll take a pair of them, two roughing coincidental minors, and we'll stay 5-on-5. Face off to the left of Schwartz. One back to the blue line for a shot sent wide by a Bruin defender. Gathered by Ofteride. Reversed for McCormick. Just past his reach into a corner. Picked up by Boston. Now Spang. Spang looks for Lynn. Lynn around the Boston defender. And Method's got numbers again. It's Schulberger into the zone. Right side. Turning. Looking. Everybody back. Another player knocked down along the wall. That's Schulberger. Spang there in support. Who's going to come away with it? It'll be Spang. Spang looking for Lynn. Nice defense there. Breaking up, and he's slew-footed from behind, and we'll get a call this time. Back to the point man, McCormick. His shot from outside deflects wide. Picked up by Schulberger, wrapping it around. It bounces in front, gathered by Boston. And we'll get an elbow. With 1:56 to play in the first period, Method leads 3-0, and they go to the power play. Spang on the draw. Gathered in by Lynn. He finds Ofteride. Ofteride puts it in behind for Schulberger. Back to Ofteride at the point. Now Schulberger, now Ofteride. Ultimately cleared by Boston. Now it'll be McCormick in his own end. He's got Lynn. Lynn tries to dump it in. It's picked up by the Bruins, and they clear it all the way down. Minute 26 to play in the period. Method needs a line change here. These kids have been out a while. McCormick drives up into the offensive zone. Peels up. Finds Lynn. Lynn's shot. Comes free. Schulberger there. Spang looking for it, and it'll ultimately be cleared. Method looks to get a change. Spang with the puck. A dangerous pass picked up by the Bruins. Gathered in by Ofteride. Ofteride up ice finds Lynn. Lynn and Evans. Lynn finds Evans. Goes for a change. Evans 1-on-3. Able to keep it in the zone is Albanese. He goes down. And the Bruins carry forward. Right side shorthanded. Stopped by Yale. Gathered by Starr. Starr looks for Albanese. It's just past his reach. Sent all the way back by the Bruins. 23 seconds left in the period. Yale with the puck. Off the boards for Albanese. Albanese turns. He's got Evans and Christini. Goes across ice to Christini. Off of his stick and unable to keep it in is Starr. 6.8 seconds left in the period. Christini pokes it forward. Evans skates into it. Unable to get it across to Albanese, and that'll end period number 1. A 3-0 Method lead through 1 period of play. We're going to put 15 on the clock, switch sides. And we'll play period number 2 between Boston Junior Bruins and Method Hockey. Trying to fix something on the replay function here, folks. Yale picks it up in his own end. Pressured there by 2 Bruins. They bring it out to the blue line, but it chips over the defender's stick. Cleared up, gathered by Yale. But the Bruins get their centering pass, ends up behind the cage. Picked up by Starr, up for Cristini. He's got Evans and Albanese. Evans drives, Cristini turns back, looks for Albanese. Nobody home, and back come the Bruins. A drop pass doesn't connect. They got a 3-on-2 developing. Shot in, Schwartz with the stop. Thompson picks up the rebound, chips it off the boards, gets it to Filiaggi. Filiaggi carries up the right. Turns with it. He's got Evans, finds him. Evans shot in on net. Stopped and held. Real to take the draw to the left of the Boston goalie. Wins it to Filiaggi. He battles in the corner, comes free to Kala. Kala looks backside, finds Real, his shot just wide. Rebound free, Filiaggi sends it off the side of the cage. Cleared back to the point, Johnson, it skips over his stick. He'll play D to Thompson. He's pressured by 2 Bruins. He's able to clear it up for Filiaggi, and now Method has numbers. Kala into the zone. He's bodied. Filiaggi comes away with it. But it's taken from him, and out come the Bruins. Back through center left side. 3-on-3 into the zone. Left corner. Spins one in front off the stick of Johnson and wide. He'll send it around for Thompson. He'll chip it off the boards and get it through to Filiaggi. He finds Real 2-on-1 with Kala. Real and Kala. Real feathers a saucer pass that bounces over his stick. Kala gathers it in, sends it in on net. Fought off and kicked to the corner. Cleared all the way down by Boston, and that'll be far enough for an icing. We'll come back to the Bruins zone. 12:35 to play, period 2. Method 3, Boston 0. Face off gathered by Team Method. Spang back to McCormick. He had a great play earlier like that. That one sails just wide. Protecting the puck is Schulberger, but now Bruin grabs it, tries to clear, kept in by Ofteride. He'll put it back in the corner. Ofteride now with it at the blue line. He goes down, gathered by Schulberger. Schulberger finds Lynn. Lynn back to Schulberger. And now Ofteride back on the puck in the offensive zone. Working hard down low. Penguin defenseman, or Method defenseman, also a Penguin defenseman. This time kept by Lynn at the blue line. And finally cleared by the Bruins. It'll be McCormick. Up for Spang. A nice tip pass to Schulberger. That kid's got vision. Fires one towards the net. Deflects by Lynn just wide of the net. Schulberger tries to send it back in front. It's cut off and cleared by the Bruins. McCormick picks it up. Now Spang. Spang in. Onside. Looking, dishing, finding Schulberger. Looking back to Spang. He cuts to the middle. Chips it back to the outside off the wall. Maintains possession. Finds Schulberger deep in the zone. I'm sorry, that's Lynn. Centering pass kicked out by Boston, and back they come. Into the offensive zone. Cuts him off there, gathered by Spang. Slashing behind the play, knocks the stick out of McCormick's hands. Method gets a change. Spang with the pressure. Now Christini. Albany is unable to get to the puck. 3-on-2 for Boston now. Shot from the outside. Grabbed and held by Schwartzy. Shot came from the top of the circles. In between the hash marks. Schwartz is equal to the task and will have a face-off to the right of the Method goalie. Christini on the draw. Centering pass by Boston. Taken by Yale behind the net. Spins with it. Looks for Evans. He finds him. Evans tips it to Christini. He's hammered. That's a 5. That's boarding. That's a game misconduct. He's going to be gone. We have a game misconduct boarding penalty. Or at least 10. Thought they were giving him a game. Looks like it'll be a 2 and 10 for boarding. And Christini wins the draw, gets it to Albanese. He fans on the shot, and it's cleared all the way down. Yale will pick it up behind his own net, stopping and reversing. He's got help to each side. He'll drive the zone instead. Crisscrossing with Evans. Drives the outside, finds Albanese in behind. Albanese turns and fires one. Comes free to Yale. He can't get the shot off, and the Bruins clear. Picked up by Christini in his own end. He'll weave through one. Carry with speed into the offensive zone. Dangle into a corner. He stops, pulls up, looks for Starr at the point. He'll send one on net. That's deflected and in. A power play goal for Method. Makes it 4-0. Shot from the point by Starr. Deflected in front by, I believe, Albanese. Could have been Evans. I think it's Albanese on that one. And the power play goal gives Method a 4-0 lead. Real on the draw. Back to Thompson. Thompson looks up and finds Filiaggi. Puck turned over there, right to Real. Real looks backside for Filiaggi. It's cut off right to Kala. He can't get the shot through. And back come the Bruins. Up the left side into the Method zone. Spinning with it. Knocked off his stick by Thompson and cleared by, well, Real overskates it. Thompson will come through. Thompson looks, dangles one into the offensive zone. Shot in low, put into the corner. And cleared by Boston, gathered by Johnson and in his own end. Johnson carries to the left, into the offensive zone they go. He goes around one, looks to the middle. Somebody's got to cover that D spot. Shot for Kala, stopped by the Bruin goaltender. Put back into the offensive zone. Kala again tries a wraparound. That no good. Tries a pass this time. Filiaggi's in there digging. Kala's in there digging. Now Real comes away with it. He'll wrap it around. Pops free to Kala, and that puck is in the back of the net. Real to Kala. 5-0 Method. Battle on the left side, picked up by Real. He wraps around behind. Tried one wraparound, but when the rebound came back out, he tipped it cross crease to his line mate, Kala, and he's got the 5th goal for Method. This is off-tried into the zone. He'll shoot one high glove side. That stopped. Put over on the sidewall. Back to the point. Shot in from there. Picked up by Lynn loses control, and the Bruins will try to exit the zone. They'll break out the right wing side. Stop their hook to the ice. And we'll have another Boston penalty. Maybe they have refreshments in there. The Boston coach isn't happy with the call. Maybe he thought it should have been 4 for hooking. I don't know. 7:42 to play. Method leads 5-0. Back to the power play they go. It'll be Ofterite. Looking for Spang. Picked up by the Bruins and into the Method end they go. Backhand shot blocked by McCormick. Picked up by Spang. He sends it cross ice for Lynn. Lynn into the offensive zone. Drops it for Schulberger. Schulberger back to McCormick. McCormick's shot looked for Spang. Looked for Spang to head it in. It's picked up by Spang off his stick and cleared by Boston. Tipped up to Spang. Spang back to Ofterhide. He overskates. He gathers it back in. Takes a stick up high. And he's wrestled to the ice. And we'll have a 5-on-3 here. I mean, this is just stupid. They'll go to the box again. It'll be a 5-on-3 power play now for Method. All the rest keep doing is just keep calling it. That's all you can do. So we'll see Christini, Albanese, Evans, Yale, and Starr, the 5-4 Method. Face-off won by Boston. They'll look to wrap it the whole way down. Comes off the boards. It's kept. Oh, it skips just past Starr. Gathered by Yale and will set it up in their own end. Evans with the puck. He'll skate it. Cuts to the middle. Back to the outside. Weaving in. Cuts to the inside. Drives to the net. That's put into a quarter. Gathered by Albanese. Method needs to support that. They get some help in there. It's Evans and Christini. Boston comes away with it. They'll get it out and clear the zone. It's gloved down by Starr. Evans exits. He's in on sides. He'll get it to Albanese. Albanese will fire. Starr behind the net. Flicks it around in front and covered by the Boston goaltender. I don't know if he was shooting or passing that one. Either way, it came off the goalie and it's covered in front. 18 seconds left on the first penalty. 1:10 on the second. Method with 5-on-3 for another 18 seconds. Face-off one back to Thompson. He gets it to Johnson. Johnson shoots one, but it's into the skates and cleared. That should wrap up the 5-on-3. They'll still have a 5-on-4 for another 50 seconds. First penalty over. Kala into the zone. I'm sorry, that was Thompson into the zone. Filiaggi to the puck now. 5-on-4 power play. Nice feed. Kala to Thompson. His shot skips up wide. And he gets punched in the head. I mean, come on, guys. This is absurd. He takes a cross check to the side of the head, and they'll head back to the penalty box. A 35-second 5-on-3 now for Method. Reel on the draw. Off the official, gathered in by Kala. He's got real backside, looks for him. Comes free to Filiaggi, stopped and held. Another great save by the Bruin netminder. He's excellent with those scrums in front. Gets that paw down on top of it. Real on the draw. Pressure from Filiaggi. Cleared by Bruins. And it'll be gathered in by McCormick. He's behind his net. He'll wind it up from there. And Method comes up as a unit. He sends it all the way up to Real. He's got a step. He'll fire 5-hole and stopped. Rebound picked up by Real. Filiaggi. Now it'll be Real's turn. He's got a high stick this time. He'll head to the sin bin. That'll negate the rest of the Method power play, the most recent one. For a minute 22, we'll play some 4-on-4 hockey. A bit of frustration coming out there. 5-0, Method leads with 4:46 to play in period 2. Spang clears it around, looking for Lynn. Lynn will carry it into the offensive zone. He turns, finds McCormick. Back to Lynn. Back to McCormick. They play catch. He looks cross ice and finds Ofteride. Bounces off of his stick, but he'll gain possession. He wraps around behind. Looking. Unable to get the pass through, and back come Boston. 4-on-4 hockey here for a brief period of time yet. A nice shot from the outside off the side of the cage. It'll be knocked forward by McCormick, and it'll find Spang. Spang tries to bank it off the boards. That's cut off. Brought back in by Boston. Cleared again by McCormick. We'll go back and forth at the Method blue line. Spang picks up the puck. Dangles one and heads into the zone 2-on-2. Nice defensive play there. Puts the puck in the corner. It'll be, I think, Lynn. Lynn back to McCormick. That shot pops free, and it comes out. They blow the whistle. They thought it was covered. It was not. It ends up in the back of the cage, but it will not count. It came off the goaltender and popped free. The referee thought he had it before Lynn could tuck it in. 18 more seconds of 4-on-4 hockey. Then the Bruins will head to a power play for 42 seconds. 3:42 left to play in the period. Evans in after it. Tips it back to Yale. Yale goes back to Evans. He looks to get around one. Does. Finds Schulberger in the corner. He tries to center it, and it's cut off and cleared. Out of the box comes the Bruin, and they had a break. And the Bruin forward gets hooked, but then he runs into the Method goaltender. I hope the Method goalie's all right. So the Bruins will have a 5-on-3 now. So 5-on-3 coming now for Boston. It'll be Evans, Schulberger, and Yale on the ice. Face-off won by Boston. Controlled, sent to the middle. Shot, stopped by Schwartz, gathered by Yale. And he'll send it all the way down. 20 seconds left on the first penalty. Boston gets the puck. Some token pressure from Evans, and he'll get back into the play. Driving straight down the middle. Good stick on puck by Schulberger. Evans now. Pressures. Puck sits free. Schwartz there with the save, and another dandy. That one with the blocker. Method gets a player back. 5-on-4. Blocked in front by Schulberger. He'll clear it around. They get Johnson on the ice. Comes free to Yale. Yale's got Evans up ice. He'll gain center red, dump it in, and the Method team will get a change. 1:05 to left on the penalty. 2:20 in the period. 5-0 Method. Method on a PK. Picked off by Christini, and he'll fire up ice. He'll set up the player and try to go around him. He's into the corner. He is just destroyed from behind. I mean, this is getting absurd. I mean, we could get back to hockey here sometime. That'd be great. That's why we all came. So we'll get coincidental penalties on the retaliation by either, I think it was Thompson. So it'll be a 4-on-3 situation. It should be 5-on-4. So it'll be Christini and Filiaggi. Wound in by Christini. Filiaggi gives chase. Wrapped around to Ofteride. Ofteride puts it back in. Method still on the PK here. Filiaggi with the pressure. He'll force the turnover. He does not get hit, and he's able to drive the middle. Christini to the puck now. Christini tips it in behind. He'll find Filiaggi there. He's pinned against the boards and is able to keep it in the Boston zone. 12 seconds left on the Method penalty. All Method right now. Off the right at the blue line. He dangles. Looks for Filiaggi. Now off the right. Off the right. Spins with it. Sends it in for Christini. Penalty over. Method back to 5-on-5. Hopefully we can play 5-on-5 hockey for a while. Puck cleared up. Gathered by McCormick. He tries to clear the zone right to a Boston player. The back checking Christini gets there. And he heads up ice. Taken down there and cleared back in by the Bruins. They were a step or two offsides on the outside. I don't think anybody saw them. McCormick picks up the puck. He goes down. It'll be a shot from Boston blocked by Ofteride. He'll send it cross ice looking for Albanese. It'll be real battling. He gets it to Albanese. They're in 2-on-1. Albanese unable to move it to Christini there, and it's a turnover right back to the Bruins. Into the offensive zone. Pressured wide. McCormick there. It'll be Yale now. Yale looks up ice. He's got Real, finds him. Real drives in, looks, fires off the iron. As Big Ben strikes one. Albanese picks it up. Curls to the middle. His shot from the outside, held by the Bruin goaltender. And with 4.5 seconds left, we'll have a face-off to the left of the Bruin goalie. A 5-0 Method lead. Method out shooting Boston 24-7. It'll be Filiaggi on the draw. Kicked into the corner. Pinned there, and that'll end period number 2. We will, believe it or not have any carryover penalties from the second. We had plenty on both sides. Thanks to Nick Paris for the update on the period being incorrect on the scoreboard. It's correct now. We'll have the Kala Filiagi Real line. Thompson and Johnson, the D pair. Shot in from the outside by the Bruins. Covered and held by Schwartz. Face off to the method right. Battled for along the wall. It'll be Thompson with the puck. Clears it around behind. Finds his partner Johnson. Johnson cross ice to Kala, and he's up the right side. Real and Filiagi joining the play. It's off a Boston defender. Filiagi gathers it behind. His pass is intercepted. Thompson pinches down the boards. Able to work it to Kala, but cleared all the way down by the Bruins. Noble Johnson gives chase. He gets possession. Wraps it around behind. Carries up through the neutral zone. He's got Real and Kala. It's pickpocketed by a Bruin, and back come Boston. They turn a 3-on-2 into a 2-on-1 here. Driving to the outside. Nice defense by Ofterheide to force it into the corner. Popped behind by the Bruins, gathered in by Lynn. Lynn chips it out of his own end, gathered in by Boston. It'll be offsides, I think. Nope, no offsides call. Lynn comes away with it. Looks to dangle. It's knocked off of his stick, gathered in by the Bruins, and they'll run a controlled break. Pressure there by Schulberger forces the turnover at center to Spang. Spang's got Schulberger driving the outside. He finds him, picks it up, and he clanks one off the post. Big Ben strikes two here in Nashville. It'll be McCormick from the outside, lasering one wide. Cleared up and gathered in by McCormick in his own zone. Carries behind. He's under pressure. Two Bruins. He's able to work it to Lynn. Back pressure by Boston. Frees the puck up, and they'll keep it in the method zone. Applying some heavy pressure here. And they'll get a hook. Looks like we're going to go shorthanded for method. It'll be McCormick headed off. Two for hooking, and method will look to kill another penalty. Evans wins it back. It's cleared up and out of the zone by Method. Christini there with the pressure. Forces a turnover, wraps it all the way into the Boston zone. Comes free. Evans will pressure. His pressure forces the turnover there. He's in behind the net. Boston gains possession, sends it cross ice. Picked up by a forward, wheeled back, and the Bruins will look to gain the Method zone. Evans and Christini show pressure. Carried through into the right corner. Centering pass. Unable to pop through for Boston. It's cleared to Evans. Evans finds Christini. He'll clear it all the way down. Picked up in the Boston zone. Pressure from Evans. Played back behind. Now Christini with the work. Boston will get possession, but Christini's pressure forces a turnover to Evans. He pops free. He's unable to get the shot off. He's mugged in front. Hopefully he'll get his wallet at the end. And Boston comes back up the left wing side. Forced back to the blue line. Shot coming from there, blocked by Albanese. He's unable to get possession, and Boston will dump it into the corner. 38 left on the penalty kill. Worked up by Yale. Yale goes high off the glass and out of the zone. Played by a high stick by somebody. It'll be a Boston high stick, I guess. So we'll have a face-off, short-handed face-off, 19 seconds left on the penalty to McCormick. Face-off coming to the right of the Boston goaltender. It'll be Filiaggi. He's got Albanese, Johnson, and Thompson. Face-off won by Filiaggi. But cleared by Boston. Johnson will play it back to his partner. And he'll chip it into the Bruins zone. 5 left on the penalty. Thompson unable to keep it at the blue line. He'll send it back in. Delayed offsides here. And Boston will put it into the Method zone. Thompson will send it right back out and find Kala. The penalty's over. Method's full strength here. As he drives around, shoots from the outside. Bouncing puck over the stick of Filiaggi. And back come the Bruins up through center, blazing through. Around one. Centering pass, backside, just off the backhand. And up comes Kala. Kala to reel. Now Thompson. Thompson looks for real. Bounces off a Bruin, will gain it back in. Centering pass for the backside, unable to connect. Real will pick it up. Banks it off the boards, but it's intercepted by a Bruin, kept at the blue line by Ofterheide. Ofterheide stops, spins, turns again. Spinning with it. But stick handling in a phone booth here by Ofterheide. He's around behind. He's pressured, hauled down. Able to work it to Kala. It pops free and out come the Bruins. Left side. Stopped by Thompson at the blue line. And it'll be Kala picking it up. Oh, we get a penalty. Looks like it'll be Lynn headed to the sin bin this time. 2 for roughing. I didn't see it behind the play. Let's see if I can get it on a replay. Kind of tackled him from behind as he entered the zone. Bit of a cross check to the lower back there by Lynn. That face-off won by Schulberger, and it's Spang into the zone. His shot gobbled up and held. A shorthanded chance there for Bobby Spang. Schulberger on the draw, won by Boston, and out they come. Firing into the offensive zone. Played over to the left, off the skate of McCormick. Cleared to the blue line, not out. Shot from the point. Bounces off 2 Method players in front and sent just wide of the cage by the Bruins. And Method will work it all the way out of their own end. Spang gives pressure. His pressure forces the turnover to Schulberger. He's all by himself. He walks in. Fires short side. Stopped and held. And that'll negate the rest of the Bruin power play. A slash by the goaltender. So we'll play some 4-on-4 for a minute 18. Face-off won by Boston. They work out of their own end. Some 4-on-4 hockey here. Pressure from Cristini. Now Starr in after it. He kicks at the puck as he doesn't have a stick. He picks up his stick as Yale comes away with it. Yale heads up ice. He's got Evans and Cristini with him. Makes it a 3-on-2. Carries to the corner. Centering pass for Evans. Banks up off the boards. He finds Cristini. Actually, Yale now. Turns with it for Starr. Starr shoots one. Rebound sits there. Evans and Cristini wave at it, unable to get control. Pressure from Evans, gathered in by Boston. And they'll clear the zone and carry through center. Left wing side, into the Method end. Defended by Yale in behind the play. That centering pass picked off by Christini, and they'll come back 2-on-3. He carries wide, cuts to the middle. One guy falls. He dangles, and the beautiful play by the defenseman again. Turned into a 2-on-1, and another good stick by the Boston defense. Puck carried through center. Penalty over on Method, so they head to the power play, but Boston with the puck in their end. Johnson with the pressure, forces it to Thompson. Thompson finds Filiaggi, who finds Real. He winds it up through center, carries in, cuts to the outside, shoots, and is stopped. He blew the way he thought he had it. I thought he had it in his glove. That's the second time we've been through that. We'll have a face-off. Cleared by the Bruins out to center. 14 seconds left on the power play. Carried forward by Johnson into the zone. Drops it for Filiaggi. Gathered by a Bruin. Battle on the wall. Filiaggi able to outduel two Bruins. Cut to the middle. He'll fire one high and over the net. Boston gathers it in. Clears to center. Player falls there. Johnson comes away with the puck. He'll dump it in for Method. Penalty over. 5-on-5 hockey here with 6:20 to play. Filiaggi in. He's able to get it to Real. Real cuts to the middle. He taps one backside. It doesn't go. Boston gathers it in. Works it to the blue line. Kept by Ofteride. But only briefly. Now Real keeps it. Method continues to pressure. This time Kala. Now Ofteride on the wall. Back to the point. It'll be McCormick. He'll shoot one towards the net. Skips wide. Kala in after it with the pressure. Boston looks to get out of their zone. Ofteride gets in after it. Keeps it for a moment. And it is cleared by the Bruins. But right to Lynn. Lynn, fresh off the bench. Drives into the outside. Dangles. Carries behind. Looks. Plays it back to McCormick. McCormick to Lynn. Lynn looks backside and tying up the Method forward nicely. Was a Bruin defender there. Keeping that puck out. A nice backside feed. It'll be Lynn. Lynn to Ofteride. Ofteride looks for Lynn again. It's battled for and cleared, not out by the Bruins. Now it will be. And it's McCormick with the puck. Taken from him. Back checking Lynn. Boston centers no one home, 4:30 to play. It'll be Ofteride gathering the puck. 5-0 Method here in period number 3. Banked off the boards for Spang. Spang curls with it. Cuts to the middle. Schulberger comes away with it. His centering pass cut off. Cleared up. Stopped by McCormick. Dumped in by Boston. Gathered by Yale in the corner. He'll chip it for Lynn. Back to Yale, and Method will look to break out. Tries to send it all the way up the ice, right off a Bruin forward and back in behind the Method net. He's body checked there. And we'll have another checking penalty here on the Bruins. Looks like they might take 2. Maybe not. Nope, just 1. Roughing the call. So Method back to the penalty, or back to the power play. We want to, it should be coming out of the zone. We also want to give a shout out to Melissa McCormick at home, recovering from what is, I believe, and hopefully the last procedure as she kicks cancer's rear end. Evans wins the draw to Yale. Off of a stick of a Boston forward. Albany's unable to get control, but Christini will. He'll drive into the zone. Looks to cut to the middle. Puck pops free. Cleared by the Bruins. Gathered by Yale at center. He gets the puck knocked away from him. Christini cuts through. But it's cleared all the way back by Boston. Gathered in by Starr. Twisting in the corner. Evans gets there. His pressure. He'll force it around and clear the zone. It'll be Albanese and Christini into the offensive zone. Albanese stick handles right into a defender there, and it's cleared right back out. Starr in the corner. He falls but is able to work it to Yale, who finds Christini, who winds up through center. He's got Albanese with him. Drops it to Albanese. He'll twist and turn. He looks to center. He shoots instead, high short side. Picked up behind the net by Christini. Evans comes with the pressure, and Boston able to clear again. 2:30 to play in the period. 37 seconds left on the Method power play. It'll be Real with the pressure now, Filiaggi. Wrapped back around, gathered by Real. Real twisting, turning. Banks it off the boards to Thompson. Thompson shot sent wide of the cage, gathered in by Filiaggi. He'll possess and drive to the middle. Looking, firing one off the chest and covered nicely. With exactly 2 minutes to play. Here on Cinnamon's World Television. Home of Method Hockey. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel below. It's Kala sending one backside for Filiaggi. He's unable to get it through. Now Kala, now Filiaggi. From behind the net finds Real. Real snaps one. It's stopped and held. We got cameraman Bobby Starr today for Cinnamon's World Production and producing Jeremy Evans, as well as being the voice of the broadcast. Happy to bring you the Music City Invitational from Nashville, Tennessee for this year's 2010 Method Hockey. Puck back to the point. McCormick fires from the outside. It skips off the goaltender. It was unable to be deflected by. And back come the Bruins. It's 5-on-5 hockey here. Late in the third period. 5-0 Method leads. Centering pass cut off by Ofterheim. He'll twist with it. Kicks it back for McCormick. McCormick wraps it around. Finds Kala. Kala to Real. Real tips it by the defense. He's in after it. Looking. He's got Filiaggi, but he ranks one off the post instead. Gathered back in by Ofterheim. Ofterheim twists, turns. Kicks it forward to Filiaggi. Filiaggi centers one for Ofterheim. Comes through. McCormick's there. His shot from the outside. Picked up by Kala and potted behind the Bruin goalie for a 6-0 Method lead. We got 47.8 left on the clock and a 6-0 Method Hockey lead. Face off at center. Carried in the right side. Shot towards the cage. Sent wide of Schwartz. Gathered by Starr. Starr kicks it around, carries back to the middle. He'll fire one all the way up for Spang. He'll gather it in on the left. Cuts to the middle. Knocked off the puck. I'm sorry, that was not Spang, that was Lynn. Boston looks to clear. Lynn with the puck. 10 seconds remain. Lynn will work it over to Starr. Starr will knock it forward into the Boston end. Spang carries in. Comes back to Starr. Starr unable to get a shot through. He'll try a second time. That horn will end the game A game that sees your Method hockey team go to 3-0 here in the Music City Invitational before a big matchup this evening at 6:15 with the Illinois Selects. I believe after this game they will be the 1 and 2 teams in the rankings, along with I believe HD Engine. Uh, let's see here. They would have 9 points. Sorry, HD Engine has 4 games in. Minnesota has 4 games in. So Method would be in sole possession of first as long as Illinois Selects wins their early game today. It would be the 2 unbeaten teams going head to head in the final game of round robin play. So an exciting one coming for you later on this afternoon. Please join us then.